The sun rose dimly over the savannah, the sky dusty and pale, as if even the heavens were exhausted. The riverbed that once shimmered with flowing water was now cracked and dry, splitting the land like a scar. Animals wandered slowly across the plains, weakened by thirst. In the Pride Lands, tension grew with every passing hour. Amani stood on a high rock, scanning the horizon, his mane ruffled in the hot wind, his expression tense. "Another day without water," he whispered. "How much longer can we go on?" Behind him, the Pridelanders murmured anxiously. They had survived hardships together, but this drought was unlike anything they had ever faced. Food was scarce, water was a memory. Down in the valley, the outsiders gathered too, just as desperate. Sura, her amber eyes fierce despite the exhaustion, paced around her pride. "We can't hold out much longer," she told her mother. "We must share the remaining water with the Pridelanders." Her mother growled softly. "Share, after everything they took from us? No, Sura, the last pool belongs to us." Sura closed her eyes, torn between loyalty and compassion. She thought of Amani, his warmth, his courage, his unwavering hope. They had promised to face every challenge together, but now the drought was testing them more than any enemy ever had. Later that evening, as the burning sun dipped behind the hills, Amani slipped away from his pride and made his way to their secret meeting place, a clearing hidden by tall grass and scattered stones. He waited anxiously, ears twitching at every sound. Sura arrived moments later, her paws silent against the brittle ground. "Amani," she breathed, rushing to him. He touched his forehead to hers. "I was afraid you wouldn't come. Things are getting worse." "I know," Sura whispered. "My pride is desperate. They blame your pride for the drought. They say you hoarded water. They're ready to fight." Amani's chest tightened. "And your mother? What does she want?" "She wants to drive your pride away from the last waterhole," Sura said, her voice trembling. "But Amani, there isn't enough for either pride to survive alone. We need to share. We need to trust each other." Amani nodded. "Then we must convince them. We can't let this drought tear us apart." The moment of peace shattered when a sharp voice echoed from the shadows. Well, how touching!" Sura gasped and spun around. Her cousin Nolo stepped out from behind a rock, his eyes blazing with anger. "You're meeting a Pridelander," he snarled, "while our pride starves." Amani stepped forward, but Nolo bared his teeth. "Don't come closer. This is betrayal. Sura, your mother will hear about this." Sura's heart dropped. "Nolo, please." But he was already sprinting toward the outsiders' camp. Panic rippled through Amani. "He'll turn your pride against you." "He already has," Sura said, her voice breaking. "Amani, what do we do?" "Speeth. We face this together," Amani said, though fear coiled in his stomach. Before they could flee, the sound of growls erupted around them. Pridelanders and outsiders poured into the clearing from all sides, surrounding them under the cold moonlight. Simba's roar cut through the tension as he stepped forward, mane blazing like the sun. "Amani," he said sternly, "you hid this from us." Across from him, Sura's mother glared at her daughter, hurt and fury mixing in her eyes. "Meeting with the enemy. You shame our pride." "We're not enemies," Sura cried. "We're trying to save everyone." But no one listened. The drought had dried more than the land. It had drained trust, patience, and reason. A Pridelander shouted, "The outsiders stole from our food stores." An outsider retorted, "Your guards attacked our lionesses." Accusations filled the air like sparks ready to ignite. Simba raised a paw. "Enough. Amani, tell us the truth." Amani swallowed hard. Every eye was on him. Sura looked at him with silent hope, praying he would stand firm. "Amani," Simba repeated. "Why are you meeting with her?" Amani took a deep breath. "Because I love her." A gasp rippled through both prides. Sura stepped beside him, her heart pounding. "And I love him." But instead of bridging the divide, their truth widened it. The Pridelanders murmured in shock. The outsiders hissed in betrayal. Even the wind seemed to hold its breath. Sura's mother stepped forward. "If you choose him, you no longer belong with us." Amana's own pride shifted uneasily. Many lions looked away, unwilling to meet his eyes. The drought had left them frightened and angry, and Amani's confession felt like another burden they weren't ready to carry. Simba's voice was heavy. Amani, your actions have endangered both prides. You should have come to us. I tried to protect everyone, Amani insisted. Fighting will kill us all. Sharing is the only way, but fear outweighed sense. The lions began arguing loudly again, and the fragile peace shattered completely. Finally, Simba's judgment fell like thunder. Until this crisis ends, you are to stay away from the border. Amani, you are not banished, but you may no longer meet with Sura. Before Amani could answer, Sura's mother roared, Sura is banished from our pride if she meets him again. Sura's legs trembled. Mother, you made your choice. Her mother snapped. And now we must make ours. Sura's world collapsed. Amani reached for her, but guards moved between them. Sura, he called as she was pushed away with the outsiders. Amani, she cried, her voice cracking with pain. Thunder rumbled in the distance, yet no rain followed. As the two prides retreated into the night, Amani stood alone in the empty clearing. Above him, the stars shimmered faintly, distant, uncaring witnesses to the heartbreak unfolding on the savannah. He whispered into the silence, I won't give up on you, Sura, no matter what it costs. And somewhere far across the plains, Sura whispered the same words through her tears. The great divide between their prides had grown deeper than ever, but their love wounded, forbidden, and fragile refused to die. To watch more fun videos, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to press the bell button. Thank you so much.